Hey, welcome to today's little recap. So we're going to keep it simple today. We're just going to focus on two pieces of equipment, one being a pair of, let's call it moderately heavy kettlebells, and then the barbell is going to be set at around 60% or there of your body weight. So if you're, in my case, I'm at 94, I'm just going to jump up to 100, work out 60%, obviously that's 60 kilos as you see on the bar on the 220s. The kettlebells that I'm using today are a pair of 20 kilo, 44 pounders, 45 pounders, but that's irrelevant. You're going to pick the weight that works for you. So if it's heavier, go heavier. If it's lighter, go lighter. The movements that we're doing is obviously it's a back squat, and that's the primary movement. The other two movements, we're going to alternate between these two movements. So we're going to do back squat for a movement, movement one with a kettlebell, back squat, then movement two with a kettlebell. And the way that this works is a bit of a higher volume session, particularly because the weight on the back squat is not super heavy. So I'm starting at a top of 20 reps. So my first round is 20 reps. And each time I go back to the back squat, I simply will drop it by 2. And that whole idea is that first 20, I'm going to take it nice and easy. From there on, after the first 1 or 2 reps, and then I'm going to try and see if I can high, low, at a relatively moderate pace without sacrificing and losing form and getting all sloshy through the middle, but keeping myself nice and tight that I can rise and fall relatively at a nice steady pace. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 to get the reps done. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking here for muscular endurance, because I'm not going with a super heavy weight. I'm not going for strength endurance, because if that's the case, I'd go heavier. So 20 reps is the starting on this, and that will be at 60 kilos. Movement number 1, I'm then going to do 20 reps of a double kettlebell piston press. So I'm going to come into a standing position. We're going to bring the kettlebells to this position, and we're going to press. So what it looks like is to simply get the kettlebells, get them up into the rack position. If you've got a Fitbit, please be careful. From here, and it simply is going to be 1, 2, 3, and so on until you get your 20 reps. That completes the first round, 20 and 20. I'm now going to come back onto the bar again, and I'm going to do 18. But my second movement is I'm going to take that number 18 and I'm going to halve it. So therefore I'm looking for 9. So what I'm going to do with the 9, I'm going to divide that by 2. Let's say it's 4 and 4 or 5 and 5. And I'm going to do 5 each side of a kettlebell windmill. So what the windmill is, kettlebell is up above our head. I'm in a straddle or a staggered position here, and I'm trying to get this hand to the floor whilst maintaining that bell above my body. So take the kettlebell, put the kettlebell into the rack. I'm going to press the kettlebell above my head. I'm going to get my nice staggered position. I'm going to brace through here because this is the guy that's doing the work. Yeah, the shoulder is holding the kettlebell. Take his hand's going to simply slide down my leg. I'm going to keep an eye on the bell. Down to the floor and back to center. And I'm going to repeat. So I would do 5 left, change hands, 5 right. If you have not done this before, then I simply want you to come into the overhead position, go into the straddle, and I just simply want you to slide your hand down, push your knee out, slide your hand down to your knee, hold in that position, and then step back up. So again, here, come out a bit, and step back up. Again, I'm working on some strength through my core, okay? Shoulder stability is also required. Then I'm going to go back to the barbell, and this time it becomes 16 and 16, 14, and then 4 each, and so on. And basically you work your way down that you'll get to a single in each one of these. You'll get to, I think, 4 piston presses with 4 of those, 2 and 1 and 1. You're simply just going to work your way down. It's doable in 30 minutes. Just take your time. It's not a race. Again, we're looking for some strength, some muscular endurance. Now, if I'm doing this at home and I don't have the gear that we have here, sandbag or ruck, can we do something similar? Yes, we can. What I want you to do is put the sandbag on the back. Now, instead of doing squats, because the sandbag typically will be significantly lighter than what you're going to load the bar up. I want you to do walking lunges. So I want the sandbag to be right sitting on the back. Try and sit it right at the back of the delts. Use the handles on the side and pull that sandbag in, and therefore I want you to lean forward. 1, 2. I'm not so concerned about, I don't want a knee strike on the floor. I want you to simply come down to your shin to almost parallel and step, and as you come up, step up, boom, step up, boom, and so on, and you can do 20 lunges. You can take the bag now, and you can do from here, you can do your shoulder presses for the bag. Instead of doing the windmill, what you could do is you could take the bag in one hand, and now I want you to brace this side, and I want you to simply let the bag slide down and come up. So you can do some oblique style crunches. Again, I'm not looking for you to go all the way over. In this case, I'm a bit more upright. I'm not in such of a split stance. With this, I'm simply coming down. If I go into a split stance, it will actually make the bag easier. I may be able to raise down, but I want you to avoid moving forward. I want you to come to the side. That's where the kettlebell is good, because if you move forward, the kettlebell is going to go in one direction, and that is down in front of you. So there's the options. The gym-based, equipment-based, back squat, pairing it up, 20, 18, 16, so on, drop by 2, with your kettlebell standing overhead piston press and the windmill, or if you're doing this at home, your sandbag walking lunges, your sandbag shoulder to overhead, and then your little sandbag side oblique crunches. Now, you can mix that up. If you find the shoulder overhead too much, you're really not finding much in the legs because you're strong in the legs, then you can take that shoulder to overhead and you can make it thrusters to double up on the leg component, what you would do with the lunges. That's it. It is bucketing down here in Sydney this afternoon, hence the reason we're inside. That's it. My name is Dom. This is the Muscular method. We run a program that we simply call the protocol, and we focus on athletic performance, looking to build the athleticism, regain the strength, and a lot of it in the program is about just checking this thing here. Just getting this head straight that we can do what we say we're going to do and not give up. And yes, we talk about the food thing and a few other things. If you want to know more, description, hit me up, send me a DM, email me, whatever you need to do. I'd love to have a chat with you.